we all doing, guys? So it's another day and it's another Tottenham game. So myself, I've made the short trip down from Staffordshire, a nice 3-hour journey. I don't know why I've decided to come all the way down to watch us the way we're playing at the minute. But anyway, so are we all optimistic? How are we feeling? Listening to Talk Sport on the radio on the way down, there wasn't even any mention of Spurs. So is that an indication of the occasion? Is it going to be a big game? It doesn't appear to the radio that it's going to be a big game. So just thought I'd do something a little bit different. Just do a couple of little videos before the game, maybe during the game and after, so we can all let our frustrations out. Am I optimistic? I think there has to be a reaction from the last 2 shit performances. And when I say shit, they have been terrible. So there has to be a reaction at some point. Do I think it's going to be today? Yes, I do. Again, I think we will go. I mean, we'll see. I'll do a video when the lineups come out, so we can talk about that. What do I think? I think he's going to go three centre midfielders. So we'll go 3-5-2 again, because I don't think he trusts the other forwards that we have available at the moment. So I think we'll probably go 3-5-2 again. And I know Lisbon have got a lot of suspensions because of the games they've had in the previous. I don't think they've played a game. Maybe our game was the only one where they didn't have someone sent off. So I know they've got a few people missing. Will Marcus Edwards wanna show us what we're missing again? I swear to God, he only ever has one good game a season, and it's whenever he plays us or an English team. So I'm optimistic. I think we're going to, I was saying to my dad earlier, I think we are going to, it's going to be a stalemate at half time. It's going to be quite a boring first half. I think Conte will rile them up in the changing rooms, as he likes to do. And I think we'll come out, maybe score an early-ish goal. And then maybe about the 60th to 70th minute, we'll double our lead. And then I reckon any time in the 80 to 90 minutes, they will score, and then we will have a rocky 10 minutes where we hold on and probably concede about 4 or 5 chances where Hugo Lloris probably keeps us in it. So let's hope that I'm wrong, and let's hope that we can absolutely trounce them and we can come away 4-5-0 win. That would be beautiful, but we will see. So let's just see how we get on. So guys, just been to the pub, had a couple of drinks in preparation for what I'm about to watch, maybe. Team's been announced. We've gone back to 3-4-3. I'm a fan of it, I like it. Højbjerg and Romero making the late fitness test. Lucas back in the starting lineup after his injury. I must admit I'm slightly more optimistic now compared to, I was optimistic beforehand when I said we were going to win. I think any concerns I had have been slightly eased with seeing that lineup. So, the only real issue I see is Davis again at left centre back. Doherty at right wing back is a strange one, but I think he's played well when he's played, so it'll be an interesting game. So I'll update you all. You'll all know what's going on. But I'll add another video again, maybe at half time, when hopefully we are winning. So I am in traffic on the way home, so I thought it would be a good time to finish off my video. What do we think? What do we think of that? I know what I think of that. So let's just break it down and dissect it, shall we? So overall, very, very lackluster. Not a motivating performance. Everyone looked tired. There's only probably 1 or 2 people from that first half or from the game that I can say can come out of it with their head held high. So I don't even know where to start, to be honest. But so let's start with their goal. Shocking defending. We've seen it so many times now, where we stand off the player or stand off someone's running towards our goal, and instead of going to press them to block a shot or even to try and get a tackle in, we just let them have a shot at goal, and they either score a worldie, or they do well to score, or it goes wide, and that just seems to be the way we defend. So yeah, Marcus Edwards 1-0, well done. And then just from then, it just seemed to be, we just had no ideas. We didn't know how to break them down, and we know that from Tottenham Hotspur because we've seen it before, where we struggle to break teams down. And it's just what we do. Without that creative player, without the Eriksen, the Dele Alli of old, without these creative players, we just can't break teams down. So positive from that, the second half. So it wasn't amazing by any stretch of the imagination, but it was definitely better, and it was what we expected, or what I expected the first half would play out like. So constant pressure, we upped our press, lo and behold, they started making mistakes and giving us the ball back. It don't take a genius to work that out. So lots of crosses in the box. I mean, what was really frustrating was every single cross was going straight into the keeper's hands. We were putting every single cross and corner far too close to the keeper, and to his credit, he was gobbling it all up. I don't think he dropped one, apart from the Bentancur goal. Everything other than that, he was holding on to. So, you know, you think we'd have learnt from that and maybe put it a bit further out, maybe on the penalty spot. But so the constant pressure. I will say for Conte, I think he made the right changes this time, when we have criticised his substitutions as of late. But I think he made the right choices. What a cameo from Bryan Hill. I mean, if he doesn't start against Bournemouth, I don't know what more he can do, because he looked phenomenal when he came on. And I mean, everyone says he's too lightweight. Yes, he is. But let's not forget that when he went on loan to Valencia, he looked incredible. So in games like today, when we're playing against a continental side, you know, another team from Europe, not as physical as the Premier League teams, there's no shock that he's played well. So maybe that's what it is, I don't know. But what can it hurt? He had such a good cameo. Let's stick him out there against Bournemouth and see what he can do. So Bentancur, goal. Bentancur was our best player today, by the way. Absolute mustard. And I've said that before, and I'll sing his praises every week. He's a 8 or 9, even 10 out of 10 every week. It's very rare that he has a stinker. So let me go through the players. Lloris, shit. Who else? So Davis, we all know my opinions on Davis, and it hasn't got any better today. Dyer, not good. Romero, I will say, had a very good game, despite the rest of his defence being shit. Who was right? Doherty, no, not for me. Perisic, again, he got in very good positions, but when it came to the final ball, they were average at best. There wasn't one that was really penetrating. Bentancur, we know how I feel about him. Højbjerg didn't look fit. We maybe rushed him back from his injury a bit too soon. I think it was quite clear from the first half that he wasn't up for it, so I possibly would have brought Bissouma on, but hey, I'm not Conte. Lucas Moura, it's good to see him back in the team. Offers absolutely nothing. He was horrendous. Sonny, once again, as our mate Dave likes to say, Heung-min gone. I can't disagree with him. Absolutely shocking once again. And do you know what? If we could, I'd drop him. I'd drop him for Bournemouth. I think he needs a couple of games to collect his thoughts and you know, try and work out why he is playing so shit. And then of course Harry Kane didn't really get to influence the game as much as he normally does. But I wouldn't say he had a poor game. Wouldn't say he had a good game. So the positives from it, and I mean, obviously, the last 10 minutes. As soon as we scored, there was just constant pressure. What annoys me is, why don't we do that from the first minute? I don't understand it. It's obvious, and I mean, I sit here as a football fan now, and I say it. I'm not a football manager, but why would you not press from the first minute? It's clear, and it was clear today when we started pressing their defence, they were giving us the ball back. I don't get why we don't do it from the start. So yeah, so constant pressure for the last 10 minutes, and then obviously what happened. Now, I don't want to be that person, and I don't want to be one of these, because you'll get it. People will say, "Oh, you're just being salty." There is no way on this earth that is offside. Now, even as a neutral fan, I know nobody, neutral fans won't want Spurs to win, and put that aside. This is football. It is ruining football. It's happened to Spurs today. It will happen to your team next week, or if not the week after, and it will cost you points. We sit here now and we look at it. I don't get how they come to these decisions. So VAR has had its good moments, but it was originally brought in for clear, and I'm going to sound like a broken record because everyone is going to be saying the same thing, but VAR was brought in for clear and obvious errors. If it takes you 4.5 minutes to study one clip, it is not clear and it is not obvious. So, I mean, I'm sure we've all seen Conte's press conference. He says somebody from the club needs to say something, someone needs to speak up. And you know what? I agree. It won't happen. Nobody will. Just get brushed under the carpet. And like I say, it will happen to someone else next game week 6. It will happen to someone else, and someone else will be on the end of the shit error. So we can just sit here now, try and take some positives from it. There wasn't many positives. The positives probably was the second half performance, and it was a lot better than the first half, that's for sure. So we go again. We go again against Bournemouth. Do I think we're going to do anything there on the back of our last 3 performances? Probably not. Somehow we are still top of the group. I don't get that one. We've played shit every game week Champions League, and yet we sit top of our group. So we know now that it's all in our hands. We need to go out to Marseille and not lose, and we go through. Do I think we can do it? I think it's going to be a hostile atmosphere, and I think it will probably be too much for some of the players, and I think the occasion will get to them, but we will see. So all we can do now is we can just try and get the weekend out of the way with 3 points, and then concentrate on Tuesday. Come on, you Spurs!
Tottenham